Hey everyone, it is Chris Brown, your real estate professional and marketing entrepreneur. Yes, of course, we have another valuable, very valuable episode. Um, Today's episode is talking about this mortgage industry right now and how it's impacting the home buying process, the home selling process. It's been a lot of changes. And guess who we have in the building? Yes, so I had an opportunity to link up with mortgage expert, Miss Michele Frey. She had an opportunity to kind of give us a scoop as in what's going on. And what do? I make sure that you guys have that valued information and make sure that you guys have the most up-to-date information as in what's going on in the market today. So guys, I did do a recording of this, so I will make sure that you guys are able to take a look at this. This is some great information. Michele has been bringing great value to you guys. So be sure to reach out to her if you guys have questions regarding the mortgage world. But let me go ahead and let this go. And once again, if you haven't already, be sure to like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share this information with someone else. Like this information. It motivates me to keep sharing valued information. Or if you guys have a topic or question that you have that you want to hear a little bit more about, be sure to send me a message. We'll make sure we get some more information out to you. But let's fire away. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Hey, everybody. It is Chris Brown, your real estate professional and marketing entrepreneur. And as always, welcome to another episode of State of the Real Estate Market. And there's so much going on. And I have brought back another special guest. You've seen her before, our mortgage expert in the house. We have Miss Michele Frey. Hey, Michele.
Hello. Hi, Chris.
All right. So, hey, guys, we have a hot topic that I want to make sure that we go over today with you. This month, I want to make sure that you guys understand what's going on in the mortgage world. And I know we just talked about this last month. I know, but guess what? There's been so many changes since last month. And this is the information that I want to make sure that you guys are getting, because it's not just me coming to you, saying that I'm going to talk to you about real estate, but it's actually bringing you real life, real timeline information that you guys need to know if you're in the market, either buying, selling, or even investing in real estate. So, Michele, how's it going?
It's going good, Chris. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, awesome. So, Michele, I know we chatted a little bit, and your message it's similar, but I think it's really emphasizing some of those talking points that you and I kind of discussed. So what's your thoughts of what's going on, and to kind of give us an update, what has happened since our last conversation?
Yep. So I'm sure most people are aware, but rates have gone up. I think I said that last time. Well, they've gone up even more. So just perfect credit, we're probably high fours, low fives. And that's for a primary purchase with excellent credit. So obviously that's definitely higher than where most people have probably looked at or thought of that we're thinking of purchasing in the last couple of years. Same as I said last time, though, historically still not the highest that we've seen. Still, if you're looking at borrowing money for a 30-year time frame, still pretty low as far as rates are concerned, but they're definitely up from where we were before. So you have to stay in constant communication with your realtor and your lender and the buyer. All three need to be in constant communication as you're going through this home buying journey, because things are constantly changing. And so you want to reach out to your lender, make sure, do I still qualify for what I qualified for before? And as a lender, you need to be communicating. If you need to communicate to both the realtor and your buyer. Look, things have changed. Now this is kind of where we are. So just stay communicating for sure. I still think buying is better than renting right now. The big question is, do I wait? Should I wait to see what happens in the market? I do not think waiting is the answer. I don't think that if we look a couple years from now, properties are not going to be valued lower than where we are today. Properties are going to be worth more if you wait. Interest rates are not expected to go down. Interest rates are expected to increase slightly throughout the year, a little bit more. So by waiting, you're just putting yourself at a disadvantage. You're going to be looking at higher prices and even higher interest rates. So still now is the time to buy, sooner rather than later. I definitely think, and your realtors, working with a good realtor is going to be so important, because they're going to help you get through this process and get your offer accepted. And so being connected with a great realtor is super important right now, for sure.
Yeah, and it definitely is. And I know, one of my challenges is always staying active, and then always making sure, seeing what's new, what's different, what inventory is coming. I'm constantly, the MLS is a great tool. Obviously, everybody knows about the MLS, but it's going to take more than that in today's market.
Absolutely.
It's the relationships, at least for me, the relationships that I've developed over the years of being a real estate professional, and just reaching out to them. A lot of times when I'm even speaking with my sellers, they're excited to sell their home, and it's like, hey, just as well as I know that the home is probably going to sell. It'd be something really wrong that goes wrong
Right.
for not to really sell in today's market. And what's going on is it's like, okay, now the process is going to move a lot faster than what it has been when you last sold a home, and it's been a number of years. And we really have to be proactive in this process. See what's going on out there, see what inventory is available, but then also seeing what our options are. Some people have been considering short-term leases while they're kind of holding over. If they sell their home and they have another home in the pipeline that they're either getting built or getting ready to move into, short-term rentals have been an option. Those are some things that we haven't had to think of years
Right.
behind. So that's a different thought process, and that's where it does come in, working with a real estate professional. And it's more than just dealing with the single transaction, but it's the whole process around it as well.
Yes. And also, working with a good lender is super important. What I'm seeing is, I have, just from speaking and working through this, there's some tips and tricks to get your offer accepted. You're looking at multiple offer situations in almost every offer that you're going to put in. More than likely, there's going to be multiple offer situations. And so what are you going to do to make your offer stand out? And that's why working with a good realtor and a good lender is going to help get your offer accepted. We have the ability to get your loan approved in underwriting before you even submit an offer. So we have a fully approved loan, so you can remove the contingency financing when you submit your offer. That's huge. That's like competing with cash. Cash, there's no financing contingency. Well, if I can get your loan approved before you put that offer in, now suddenly you don't have a financing contingency and you're competing with that cash offer. And so there's lots of things you could do. I could call the listing agent after the offer is submitted and try to build up you as a buyer and how strong of a loan you are. That helps, that makes your offer stand out. And so there's things like that that work, that if you're connected with the right people, are going to give you an advantage in this market. And having an advantage right now is what you need to get through the process. But there's definitely ways to get through it if you're connected with the right people.
Totally. And what you just mentioned is it's not funny, but it's spot on, because just knowing the small tips and tricks to get your offer accepted. Like, you hit a big one, and that's what I definitely appreciate is you mentioned after the offer is submitted,
you as the mortgage professional reaching out to the listing agent of that property and saying, hey, I'm handling the financing over here. We have a strong buyer. This is what we're doing. This is what we've done to make sure that this is what I verified. That goes a long way, a very long way. And it's just a win-win at the end of the day. Our
Right.
goal is to help our clients, with their transition, impacting lives through real estate. And this is what we do. And a lot of people don't understand just that little small tidbit, how far that goes and what it may take in order to get an offer accepted in today's market.
Right.
And it's extremely, extremely competitive. And you can't blame it. Me also being a listing agent, when I'm looking at offers, I'm looking at all those small things. I get the letters, I get the, hey, here's a picture of my family, we're wanting to get the offer accepted, which is great. I mean, it
Right.
does have an impact, but at
It
the end of the day, I have to look out for my client. And when I'm on the listing side, I have to look out for my client's best interest. And their best interest is getting their home sold. In today's market, they're looking for a premium. What can we do with our property? And then also being able to transition into their next home, wherever they're moving to next. So that goes a long way. And it's one of the other tips and tricks that I do on my end as well is that I also, kind of speak with the listing agent when I'm working with on the buyer side. I speak with the listing agent just to make that communication. I'm sure they get so many offers, no phone calls, no text messages, no messages. I
Yeah.
communicate with them in addition to it and see how we can compensate or how we can help the seller. Do they need to move right away? Do they need a couple of extra weeks in order to transition into their next home? We may have that flexibility on the buyer side. And,
Right.
just knowing that just helps that transaction as well. So
Absolutely. For sure. I
definitely.
can't tell you how many times either the realtor or me as a lender in speaking with that listing agent, if you could just get them to have a conversation with you, inevitably you will know and learn something that's going to help with your offer. You're going to find out what the seller is looking for, what's important to the seller. I can't tell you how many times that I've heard that, and I can communicate that to you as a realtor. Hey, this part here is really important to the sellers. So being able to communicate that back, and just in general, lenders don't call. And so making your offer stand out by just a simple phone call, it just has so many benefits. And that's just one little thing that helps. And so, just being connected to the right people is definitely going to give you an advantage for sure.
Totally, totally. And Michelle, we made a comment during our conversation before we got things started. We made a comment about how the market, how the values are going to look. I think we were both on the same agreement that we're probably going to see a spike here as we're entering into the buyer's season, which is traditionally the time where you go through your spring break. People are starting to increase their interest. School is ending for the families, so now the families are starting to look. We anticipate some type of a spike, but at the same time, there's still a low inventory, which continues to feed that seller's market. And so we're going to see values go up. And then you also made comments in reference to the interest rates, those going up, what you qualified for yesterday may be definitely different today. And I think last time we had a conversation, we said the comment was yesterday's prices aren't today's prices. So,
Exactly.
that's going to be the new model just moving forward throughout the summer. But but what's your thoughts on that and how buyer or people that are in the market of potentially buying a home, what things that they should be aware of?
For sure. I definitely see, right now we have seen historically high appreciation values in homes, double digits, 20, 30% from year to year on your property appreciating. That's not typical. And so I think the general opinion is that that probably will reduce. We're still going to see appreciation from year to year. We're just not going to see the 20–30% that we've seen over the last year or two. So that may slow down, but nobody is anticipating that it's going to go away and suddenly there's going to be a drop in values. So definitely properties are going to be worth more in the future than they are now. And interest rates for sure are going to be up. I think the general consensus for interest rates is that they're going to slowly go up a little bit more. I don't think that there's anticipating dramatic increases throughout the year, but there is predictions that they're going to be even higher towards the end of the year than they are now. So interest rates will rise slightly, appreciation will kind of settle down a little bit, but values are still going to be worth. So buying a home now, it's still going to be worth more. It's going to be an asset. It's still going to appreciate in value. So it still makes sense to buy because you're building your own wealth compared to building the wealth of your landlord. You know, you're investing and you're getting the returns. Another benefit is your payment is fixed in. Your payment will not change for 30 years. With rent, you know that your rent payment is going to change and increase from year to year. So by buying, you're fixing in your housing payment. It's not going to change. And so that's definitely a benefit of buying versus renting, because you're fixing your, and so as you increase your, as your income increases from year to year, that payment becomes more and more manageable because that's not going to change. It's fixed for 30 years. So that's a big plus to purchasing, other than building your own wealth and creating this asset as well.
Gotcha. And that's so true. I mean, you hit that spot on, especially with the rate, the amount that you pay each month. If you're renting, that I think a lot of landlords is automatically built in. They expect a 3-year, 3% increase. You know, that's on the lower end. That's what it was.
Right. Exactly. That's what it was.
You know, but people now are experiencing close to double-digit increases, or they are double-digit increases from renting, and that's the spooky part. You know, because you can't, you know, like you said, you can't manage or get to a point where you can, you know, manage that payment to a point where now you can feel a little bit more comfortable when you're renting. But if you're buying it, you're locking, like you said, spot on. You're locking in that rate. You know what your monthly payment is going to be, and it's going to be that for the life of that loan.
Exactly.
So definitely, and it's a challenge. So I know people are listening to this, so it's like, hey guys, this is coming from active industry professionals. This is not just something that we're like, hey, you know, we anticipate this. This is stuff that is really going on right now. People are going through the issues of just trying to figure out what they're going to do next. You know, rent has increased by hundreds of dollars per month. And they're really on the fence of, hey, do I need to go ahead and just purchase something right now? And I know some people say that they need to work with maybe their credit. And if I'm correct, Michelle, you have a nice little program there where if you are working with your credit, Michelle's able to help you out with that, kind of get set up a plan. And that's what it is. You guys really need to have a plan in place. And this is what I continue to tell my buyers is that, hey guys, we got to see what it looks like first. You know, let's see what you look like, and then let's go ahead and create a plan. And the plan it's not a boilerplate plan. It will be a plan specific to you, as in how you can get to the next steps of home ownership in today's market. And it's key because today's market is not what yesterday's market looked like. So it's a lot going on, a lot of changes. You know, last time Michelle and I spoke, we brought you guys a lot of great value about the renting versus buying. And now we're looking at the interest rates increasing. people are starting to get off the fence now, because I know my phone has definitely picked up in volume of phone calls. So Michele, before we wrap things up, anything else to kind of touch bases on with people?
I think just the biggest message is don't be overwhelmed. That, you know, just all you need to do is pick up the phone and call somebody and start the conversation. Speak with a lender, speak with a realtor, just see where you are, see what your plan is. I can't tell you how many times I can at least hear what you have to say, hear what you're looking to do, and I could tell you what you need to do to get there. You know, whether it's, look, we need more income, we need to get a co-signer, or we need to build credit, you're looking at 4 to 6 months. I can at least let you know what you're looking at and give you a plan on what needs to happen to get you to where you want to be. Just don't be overwhelmed. All you have to do is pick up the phone and start the initial call. Everybody can be a home owner. It's just a matter of, you know, what you need to take. And if you don't know what you need to do to get there, speak with somebody, because it's an easy conversation to have, and it's definitely worth your future, so that you don't have to worry about what you're going to do and where you're going to go. And if you just talk to somebody, they give you a plan, at least then you know, and you can plan where you're going to go and what you're going to do. It's not overwhelming. You just have to pick up the phone and start that initial call.
Yeah, I agree. Educating and empowering. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Guys, hey, once again, just bringing you a little bit of added value about what's going on in the real estate market. You're going to hear about mortgage rates and the whole mortgage conversation definitely for the remaining of the year. So, you know, Michele's been coming here and bringing value. We're coaching her into coming again next month, just to kind of give us that clear insight of what is really going on out there. You know, I know you guys love to hear from me, but hey, it's more than about me, and it's about bringing the value to you guys. And this is what's going on. So what we're going to do, guys, if you like what Michele is saying, you know, ultimately, yes, please like, share the information that you're hearing today. But we're going to make sure that Michele's information is at the bottom of this description here, so that you guys can make a direct contact to Michele. And then Michele, I know we went back and forth kind of with the website. So what I'll do is just put that contact information directly for everyone to access that. And just reach out to her, you know, let her know that, hey, you're listening to State of the Real Estate Market with Chris Brown. You had some questions, or you're in the market of purchasing a home and you want to just get the process started. You know, let's work with you guys. Let's get things going for you. But once again, welcome and thank you. Please share this information, like, subscribe. State of the Real Estate Market, just bringing you information on a weekly basis. And Michele, thank you once again. We appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Thank you. Hey guys, take care. Enjoy the rest of your week. All right. Awesome. All right. It should be good.
Hey there, everybody. That is it. Like I said, bringing you value once again. Mortgage expert Michele Frey. She did it again, guys. Hey, that information is so valuable. There were so many nuggets that were placed in that conversation. So I wanted to make sure that information was shared with you. Hey guys, if you know someone that's thinking about buying a home or in the market right now, go ahead and share this with them. You know, do them a favor, share this information. Like I said, it's some great info that needs to be shared. We're gonna see some changes here in these next couple of months. The summertime and these next few months coming up, it should be interesting. And guess what? I'm keeping an eye on it for you guys. So, but with that being said, hey everybody, have a magnificent day. Once again, this is Chris Brown, your real estate professional and marketing entrepreneur with State of the Real Estate Market Mortgage Corner with mortgage expert, Miss Michele Frey. If you guys need to contact her, contact her. Her contact information should be in the description there. Go ahead and reach out to her if you guys have some questions. Take care.